Have you ever wondered what you've been missing? Behavioural economics with David Zidel. Do it now.
You get a voucher, you get a voucher, everybody gets a voucher!
What I thought about the whole behavioural economics course is I feel like it was really life-changing to understand how people make decisions, what drives their decisions, and I found it especially applicable in the context of South Africa. I think we are so influenced by our biases, and it's so important to be just to know about those biases and how they actually influence our decision making. So for me, it gave me a completely different perspective on life, and I can really recommend it to anyone.
It's so incredible. It's enlightening in terms of your personal experience and how you can apply it in life. It's actually enlightening and important.
So there's a lot of great principles within the course that I will take back, not only in my career but in my personal life, and it will shape the way I think from this day going forward. Thank you.
Behavioural economics has been a fantastic course, very applicable concepts which are very practical. I've already discussed at work implementing some, so immediate application at work, in the workplace. From a growth point of view, I think concepts that any MBA student, any person that's looking to be in a leadership position should understand. It shows you how you are getting impacted and how to impact others. Recommend this course 100%.
It can really change the way we conduct business, the way we sell our products, the way we can actually maximize our even from a brand perspective. I've learned quite a lot, and I'm definitely going to apply most of the concept that we actually learned in class. I think this is a really valuable course, which I feel that in fact almost everyone that is in business should actually know about business behavioral economics.
It changed our traditional view of how business is being done. It was a new ways of thinking, new techniques that we can use and apply in our business, and we can also change our way of understanding how other people are doing business, and we can start using these concepts.
I found the course very interesting. I was completely engaged by the lecturer. I will make better decisions going forward, and I'll be more rational.
Behavioral economics has been an eye-opener. David Zidel did his best to ensure that we actually understand the concepts. It was a course based on a lot of application, and there was a lot of interaction. So it's not only just for business purposes, but even in personal lives, you actually realize that it's applicable to almost anything. And I think it's one of the courses that are actually life-changing.
This course was fascinating, to be honest with you. I think the value of a course like this is that it complements so many others because there's an element of science, but there's also a lot of creative elements tied into it. And I think for me, the first half an hour, a pin dropped already, and it was an eye-opener.
You know what I found interesting as well? Learning what behavioral economics is all about. We made a reference in class that behavioral economics is similar to this program called Brain Games. Makes you realize that how many of these decisions that we make during outside, and some of them are pre-made for you, and some of them, it just shows you how irrational sometimes we are as people. So it was very interesting, that thing. And I'd like to recommend this to some other people to do. In fact, they should put this even in high school if it must. That's how relevant this course is.
It should be compulsory, course. People should do it.
As an international student and coming from a financial background, I really appreciated the fact that we could really see behind the human emotions and really see how manipulative sometimes humans also can be, or they can be manipulated. So I really enjoyed it and really saw it like a contra force against the heavily financed weighted topics. So I really appreciated the course, and I learned quite a lot of it. Yeah.
Behavioral economics for me was really amazing. I learned so much about human behavior, and so much about buying and decisions that human beings make. I'd really recommend it to future students.
This behavioral economics class has been absolutely invaluable for us. I think we were even saying during the course that it's one of those courses that we believe should be probably introduced as a core module as opposed to it even being an elective. We're saying that it's also one of those courses that you can apply almost immediately, you know, from the moment you start with the first class, you can already start seeing how your thinking actually changes around that. And for us, I think it's opened up a whole new world and a whole new world view. And it has allowed us to look at human beings now completely differently. We no longer look at them as, I think one of the videos say good or bad. Now we just recognize them as people, you know, and we now better understand some of their behaviors.
Definitely, it's a very practical model. It's something we can use right now and employ in any industry that we work in. It doesn't matter, he's a consultant, I'm a sales rep, and we could all use it. It was really invaluable.
Behavioral economics is an extremely practical course. I used a lot of the concepts back at work. I took some of the concepts and actually applied it, and was very useful in the job that I do. It's extremely interesting, and I highly recommend this course for anyone that's taking up an elective in the MBA.
So my thoughts on behavioral economics was that it was a really great course because I found behavioral economics to be an extremely unique course compared to all the other core courses, given that my background is strictly finance and I did a PDM. So it's one of the few courses, if not the only course, which I found to be extremely different and tapped into the soft skills, the psychology, not really only focusing on business. So I would recommend behavioral economics to any other student.
Behavior economics, besides the practicality of it, it's not just about business, but it's actually looking at yourself and realizing where you can add value to yourself and your business as a whole. Excellent course, amazing topics, amazing concepts that you take with you, not just for the immediate future, but for the rest of your life.
For anybody who's interested in doing the behavioral economics class with David Zidel, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. It was a really interesting and fascinating class, and you get to learn about a whole lot of different concepts, and you start understanding why people do the things that they do. We all have the understanding that we react to situations in a specific way, but what you find in the class is that we have some biases and we have some preconceived ideas, and we are actually reacting automatically to situations without giving it a lot of thought. So if you want to see how people think, and if you want to nudge them into thinking the way you'd like them to think, I recommend you do behavioral economics.
Like to advise you to apply for behavioral economics as an elective, because this is a most amazing course that I've ever attended so far. It has a lot of self-reflection, and also you learn about the concept that you can actually use to apply onto your daily life, and that includes on your personal and your professional life.
What's about the behavioral economics course is that it's about people, and it made me realize about when we work in corporate that we actually forget about the human element. We're so busy producing products that we think people want and need, but we actually haven't connected or taken the time to actually connect to understanding why people do the things that they do. So if a person is going into a bank and applying for a home loan, it's not about, as the bank, we think about, we internalize and we say it's about giving them the money so that we can charge the interest. But for people, it's about memories and happiness and family that they're actually gonna raise in this house. So as a bank, if we could connect with people and start to, when they were approved for a home loan, we could throw balloons, and when they come in to fetch their pledge documents, that they could really be excited about this venture. Then they'd know we're interested in what they're actually taking endeavor on. And that's the kind of thing that I think this course brought for me, and I think that there's many other concepts that you can take out that will help you do your job better.
Behavioral economics. Well, so many things are rushing through my head after taking the course and concepts of relativity, how you think you make the choices that you take, yet not really. You are nudged into taking them. How buy one, get one free sounds like a good deal and is all manipulation. And how the advertising industry uses that 30-day money back guarantee, Netflix, 1 month free, or the Showmax 2 weeks free trial. And you think it's free trial, but I mean, it's all behavioral economics. Once you taste it, you don't want to give it back. Or you buy couches for 1 month and they say you can bring them back if you want. But I learned that there's an emotional attachment journey that you go through during that free trial. And at the end of the free trial, emotionally attached to that thing, and it didn't occur to me that that's all behavioral economics, and I found it very, very interesting. And even David, the way he teaches in class, the style is like freestyle, and for me, so far for the MBA, it was one of the best courses. And yeah, you should do it. You should. You really have to take this course. You won't regret it. Yeah.
Great, thank you. And what have you got to say?
Come, say something.
The course is awesome.
Behavioural Economics with David Zidel. Do it now.